let's assume this is your partner's nose here, and then this is going to be your vulva. So we are going to be dragging it across their face, starting with the clitoris, and then moving towards the vagina, and then all the way back through our anus. Right that face, boo. Right that face, baby. Right that face. So guys, first thing first, let's mount the top, because the top has a lot of responsibility. So what do you do when you are on top? Do you just sit there? Do you just bounce up and down? Do you wiggle? Do you hump? So what is happening there when you are on top? That is what I'm about to unveil to you right now. So guys, get into the room right now, because I'm back again with the juice and ready to spill. My name is Onyebilo. I help you make your bedroom life sexy. So if you're new to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button to get notified each time I post new videos, because I come with a lot of juicy content on this channel, and I know you will not like to miss any of my episode. So today you're going to be talking about how to ride that face. So guys, let's get it done and dusted. So I have made it easy for you guys, and I have broken it down into 5 simple movements that you can use and play with and figure out what feels good for you. So now, if you already know your body, you know how you hit your pleasure spots, and you know what you like and what you desire. So you have a little bit of an advantage, but if not, don't worry, I got you covered. So let's start with the movements or the positions. Number 1 on my list is grinding. When we are talking about grinding, we are talking about that back and forth pelvic motion, that anterior and that posterior teeth. So this is your partner. Now you are sitting on top of them with your pelvic close to their face. Close to their face. So you are sitting on top of them now, close to their face. This is their face. So now your 2 legs will be by the side as they are lying down flat on the bed. Then your 2 legs will be by the side. Then this is their face. Then you are sitting on top of them with your pelvis. Your pelvis. So what you need to do is to rock your pelvis forward. This is where the pressure lies the most heavy, and alleviate that pressure with the back rock afterwards. And this is going to move, especially if you have a clitoris. So as you're sitting, you have to be going like back and forth on his face, but do not apply so much motion, just the motion of moving back and forth. Like I said, it is usually when you are giving that anterior teeth of the pelvis, meaning you are using the clitoris to re-push into the face and then alleviating that pressure with the rock back and forth. So that brings us to number 2, the cycles. Now normally our circular motions are generated from our waist. So we are going to take that motion and we are going to move it into our hips, drawing a big, small, whatever feels good to you and your partner. And this circular motion I'm talking about is going to be easier when you are on your knees. You understand? One leg here, one leg here, as in form of squatting, or you are kneeling. You understand? Doing this with one leg up and one leg down is going to be a lot more difficult. So stick with the grinding for that position. So now is the time to drag. So with the drag being done, you want to be mindful of your partner's face because it can be really sensitive and it's one of the only ways to grab air in this position. So lighten up the pressure. This is one of the 3 ways that you can hit all the 3 pleasure spots: your clitoris, your vagina, and your anus, all in one movement. Let's assume this is your partner's nose here, and then this is going to be your vulva. So we are going to be dragging it across their face, starting with the clitoris, and then moving towards the vagina, and then all the way back through our anus, and this can be done in any of the positions that we have just covered. This is the nose, but this is the face. So you will not be, your vulva now on top of his face, with your clitoris, starting with the clitoris, going back and forth to the vagina, then to the anus. I want you to be very mindful of the person that is below you. Check on them. Ask them if they need a bit of break or if they need a little space to breathe, because now juice will be flowing. So number 3 is called the hovering. So this is a really good movement to tease your partner and also enhances it with dirty talking. You are just gonna be slightly above your face, just so that their tongue can reach you and then nose can touch you. This is something I would like to add in. Try multiple different movements. What I mean is that to kind of let your partner catch their breath and give you the ball back in your court. I want you to tease them back like the goddess you are. I want you to look down on them when you are hovering above them. I don't want you to be saying all sorts of, I don't look good from that angle, I'm going to have all my chins exposed. Chances are your chins have been exposed in multiple different positions before, and that is not all what your partner is looking at. So don't worry about the angle of what your face is, because you are going to be talking to them and seducing them at the same time. So who cares about your chins or your angle you are sitting? Number 4, the wiggle. And it's exactly how it sounds. It's just that wiggle way. So just wiggle it out. So everything is going to be moving. This is a nice position where you don't need to worry so much about the pressure being given to your partner's face, because it tends to be more of a lighter intensity. So you are giving them that intensity but without the weight of you sitting on their face. And this also gives you the opportunity to vibrate out that extra energy and express yourself. Now, let's say you are comfortable with doing one of these movements. That's fine. You still have variations. You can play with the pressure, the speed, the rhythm, the stop and start of the tease that build. And ask them, do you want more? If they are open to it, play with the power dynamic just a little bit. Now, let's dive into the bottom movement. Now, it's not going to be coming from our body like it's going to be coming from the top. Funny. But when you are on the bottom, you need to ask yourself, do I want the weight on my face? Do I want to be used like an object? Am I okay with getting clit on my face? Getting squirts on my face? Am I okay with being smothered? So these are all the questions you should ask yourself, and make sure you communicate these things over to your partner before you get started. It's also a good idea to have different cues to tell your partner to pull back. Some people like to do the tapping on the side of the hip. However, if you are already into that kinky stuff, such as spanking, you can spank your partner to give them cue that they are sitting on your nose, that you are about to be choked. You understand? So guys, we'll be drawing the curtain today on this junction till I see you again in my next video. I hope this video helps you. So if you like this video, just hit the subscribe button, share, and till I see you again in my next video, I remain my humble self and you below your love doctor. Love you.